Hello citizens, Councilor Gian-Carlo Carra, another Ward 9 TV Light. We're in the middle of a marathon council meeting this July 4th. I'm the only member of council who decided Stampede Week started now, but here I am in Western Ware. We're talking about this Wednesday to the Standing Policy Committee on Community and Protective Services. There's a really important report coming forward that a lot of people have been contacting my office about, and that's the sliding scale proposal. Now, what's happening this Wednesday is administration has received support from council. I've been a major champion of the sliding scale concept, and they're coming forward with their first report on how they'll implement it. So what is the sliding scale? The sliding scale is the understanding that there is not a strict cutoff between people who need financial support to access city services and those who are fine. The federal government has a scale called LICO, which is the low income cutoff, which tracks where you are in terms of the poverty line across the country. And what we traditionally have done with our subsidies is we've said people who are under LICO get a subsidy, people who are above LICO don't get a subsidy. And what the sliding scale does is it starts to implement a program where we say LICO is an interesting cutoff point, but even if you make more money than LICO, you might, at the end of the day, need some help. And where I have a lot of citizens who need a lot of help is with my seniors, particularly my seniors in Bridgeland Riverside who are living in the Silvera housing. What we have are people who are right above LICO, and then they do not get a subsidy on things like bus passes. And so when they have to pay full price for bus passes, it really crushes their monthly incomes, and their ability to move around the city becomes a question of, do I move around the city, or do I have a little bit of pocket change left to do something once I get around the city? And so what the sliding scale does is it looks at deeper subsidies for people who are increasingly below LICO, but it also looks for 130% above LICO, a diminishing subsidy, so that it's not a harsh cutoff and you're not actually saying, wow, I wish I was below the poverty line so I could afford things. That's the basic idea. It's been a major success story getting council to agree to that, and so they're coming forward with their first report. The other thing I think that's really interesting about the whole sliding scale idea is that we are also in the process of taking our actions as the subsidizer, and we're taking them off the individual business units who are providing these services. So it should not be up to recreation, who have the business of running a pool or a rec center, and it should not be up to transit, who have the business of running a transit system, to confuse their business model with having to also start providing subsidies. That makes it harder to run the businesses. It also makes it easier for the levels of government who should really be weighing in and supporting our lower income citizens, particularly the provincial government, to say, these guys don't need it, they're getting subsidized. If what we can do is we can take our process of subsidizing and put it into its own little pocket, then we can go after other orders of government, and we can be very clear about that, and we don't confuse the business models that we're running in recreation and transit, etc. So all of this is really good work. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about with this report is that we don't have enough money right now to implement the full sliding scale. And what administration is doing in this report is they're making a hard call. They're saying if we go a little bit above or we get a little bit below, when we're fully implemented, we only have money to go one direction now, and we're going to argue that we should actually provide deeper subsidies in this economy to people who are in deeper need and are deeper and deeper into LICO. That doesn't really help my seniors in Bridgeland right now. It will when we fully implement the program, and I'm going to need some convincing when we meet at committee that going deeper as opposed to going higher is not the way to go. I look forward to that debate at committee, and if you are a supporter or have concerns about the sliding scale program, please come out and spend some time with us on Wednesday morning, July 6th at Community and Protective Services and weigh in, because your citizen voice really makes a difference to your members of council as they make decisions, big decisions that affect the future of our city. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon. Councilor Gian-Carlo Carra signing off.